earnings, but we are still going to get over 260 companies reporting. And this is the week when retail really starts to report and shine. So, what should you be looking for in the retailers? A lot of the big names are reporting. I pulled out 5 of the must see on the retail side this week. So, let's dive right in and see what they are. So the first one has to be the juggernaut, Home Depot, ticker HD. Just when you think it can't keep going higher, it does. And look at its earnings record. It only has that one miss right when the pandemic began there in 2020, and it's things were rocky for a lot of the retailers, so we see a lot of misses right there after the pandemic started. But things have really gotten into place, especially for these kind of home remodel, gardening, anything to deal with the home, and Home Depot has all of that and more. You can see the shares there trying to bust out to yet another new 5-year high. They're not that expensive here, even with this big rally that we've seen. They're trading at about 23 times. So compared to a lot of the tech companies and others that have real hot charts, that's not too bad. But Home Depot, I'm expecting another beat, but we'll see what they're saying about what's happening with the Delta variant and just consumer sentiment in general. So this is definitely one to watch. Then we're going to switch it over to Target. This is maybe among the hottest retailers out there. Who would have thought a couple of years ago I'd be saying that? But I am. So Target, ticker TJT, they've beaten 10 times in a row. They didn't even miss when the coronavirus pandemic hit, even though they were an essential retailer and allowed to stay open. But they still kept beating quarter after quarter with those big beats in recent quarters. So year to date, these shares are now up 48% at the all-time highs, trading with a forward P of 21. So that's not super expensive either. But how much more gas is left in the tank, we will see. Then we're going to switch over to TJX companies. So they own TJ Maxx, Marshalls, and Home Goods. So those are their 3 biggest brands, and a lot of their stores were shut during the pandemic. So you can see those big red arrows there just after the pandemic began. They've kind of been hit or miss since then, even though on the Home Goods side, that brand has really taken off. Again, as everybody's nesting, we're all buying those home items, but the apparel was always a little bit struggling, but that should be picking up as well. So what will happen this quarter? This is kind of one that it's unclear what they're going to do. And the shares are kind of reflecting that. Year to date, they're only up 3%. So the market doesn't really know what to do with this type of retailer, but we're going to get some guidance. So this is one to watch. Then we're going to switch it over to Este Lauder, the big beauty company. And this is just a great chart. They only have that one miss in 2020, but otherwise they are just spectacular every quarter. Shares are breaking out here because they are big in China. And so the Chinese market has really rebounded the last couple of quarters. But what is it doing now? Now that the coronavirus is kind of back in play in China, and there have been some shutdowns of certain parts of cities, transportation systems, some port shutdowns. And now we're kind of waiting to see what this is going to do to consumer sentiment. We know that last month it got hit a bit in China. But, what is a company like Este Lauder really seeing happening over there? And then you have, of course, the U.S. and Europe story with Este Lauder. That's huge, too. But this stock just keeps churning higher, up 22% year to date, trading at 45 times. So it's not cheap, but it does keep, performing. So this is definitely one to watch on the beauty side. Then we're going to switch it over to another one that's going to tell us what's happening in China, Tapestry. You can see they've put together a nice 4 beats in a row as well, which is that one big miss when the pandemic started. And these shares finally getting a boost off of that multi-year sell-off, basically. They just got too cheap, and business is improving. So this is Coach plus Kate Spade, couple other brands, So the luxury side has been doing well, and so I'm expecting another good report for Tapestry here. But these shares too, kind of taking a time out as everybody figures out what's going on. So not expensive though, trading at 14 times. So that's still cheap because the E side of the PE is on the rise here at Tapestry finally. But can we get another breakout here? We will see. So there's a lot going on the retail side. These are just 5 of the must-see charts, but there's other ones too, including Kohl's and Lowe's and the spinoff from Victoria's Secret from Bath and Body Works. So you don't want to miss a single episode of the Earnings All-Stars. I'm bringing you everything that's going on both retail and beyond for the rest of this earnings season. We still got a little bit of time left to go, and there's some really hot and interesting companies still to report. So be sure to get all of our Earnings All-Stars videos at zacks.com/YouTube and subscribe to our YouTube channel so you don't miss a single thing. And I'll see you again next time with some more earnings charts.